that's at council's discretion.
Fine.
Visual and that.
Okay, and it could be put up anywhere within, on that?
Anywhere, yeah, you guys see fit.
Okay, that's all right.
Mike, you're not off the hook just yet. Before you leave, Fred's right. We have resolution 30, 2018, that's up next, and authorizing trail engineering to proceed with Honest John Road off of Route 50, projected in the amount of $29,900 for your engineering services that need to be done. I'm going to make the necessary motion to support resolution 38, 2018. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please. Or, excuse me, any discussion?
No,
We pretty much discussed this. Roll call, please.
Barbetto?
Yes.
Buchanan?
Yes.
Givens?
Yes.
Hughes?
Yes.
Mayor Venezia?
Yes.
We'll start on that, try to get that done, this year for,
Yeah, and one other thing that we discussed a little earlier about we have an issue with the handicap door outside. We have a battery operated switch on the outside, which we keep having problems with. We were talking to an electrician regarding that and the possibilities of either changing the transformer, which is battery operated at a minimal cost, to actually direct wiring it into the building, which would be a little bit more money. Is that something that would be covered, could be covered under that grant, or how would we go about doing that?
I would recommend including that and leaving that, it'll be at the discretion of the improvement authority and Triad Associates who oversees the grant through HUB. So that's something I could add to the application due on March 28th.
Okay.
And it would just be subject to their, review and approval if it's covered under that grant.
Okay, that's a motion to have that added? Okay, you make a motion to have that issue added to the grant process.
I'll second.
What was the technical?
It is
It's upgrading
the door actuator, the outside door actuator to open and close the handicap door. It is now a battery operated system that has a transformer which would need to be replaced if we wanted to keep it in the battery operated form. Our problem with that is that over the last 2 years, we've replaced the batteries in this thing probably close to a dozen times. That's where we looked into possibly getting it hardwired to alleviate that problem.
I'll put in the grant upgrade handicap access door.
You made a motion, made a second. I guess we probably should do a roll call with that first.
Linda seconded.
Barbetto?
Yes.
Buchanan?
Yes.
Givens?
Yes.
Hughes?
Yes.
Mayor Venezia?
Yes. I want to jump a little bit here. Mrs. Menlin, let me ask you, I know you got young kids. Do you need to get home? Because I can take you next if you'd like us to, because we've got about maybe 30 to 45 minutes in front of you.
If you want to take us next.
It's your decision. You give you a choice. If you want to do this now so that you don't have to be held up.
Say yes, Kathy.
Come forward, please.
I didn't know you were talking about me until she looked at me. I was like, oh yeah, definitely, let's go.
I'm sorry, Brady.
Yeah, I'm John, president of Wackel.
John, what's your
Stack?
last? John Stack.
Yeah.
Would you like me to
He
say?
has all the information.
You know what, maybe you should,
Yeah,
just in case if we have a technical question.
Just let me know when you're ready.
You guys got the hot seats, so
Alright,
I'll roll now.
basically, we just got on the agenda to just let you guys know that, we were moving forward with the pavilion as before. Now, we're gonna do the concession stand and the pavilion, just to make it more feasible for the community to be able to have the field being used as a soccer field, which was originally intended for. You guys have put in the money or grants, however you use, for the pad, and to make the entire thing handicap. It's just a nice area. Wackel put ahead, I don't know the value, I wasn't in Wackel's time, but between $20,000 and $30,000 in the irrigation out there. So we were told that the area is good to go with the kids, the grass is coming in good, it's thick, it's good. And for Wackel, it will be good because we can split mainly our soccer, because we have so many kids, and then use this as a facility for the older kids, and Weymouth Township for the younger kids, and it works out great for Estell and Weymouth. And basically, just to let you know that we're ready to move forward with that, so your money doesn't go wasted, our money doesn't go wasted, and it's a community thing. So, just wanted to let you know that that one's still happening and is still moving forward.
One step further, talking about the field being used for soccer. In order for you to use the field for soccer, we're gonna need to get some soccer goals out there. And with the soccer goals, with nets and weights and fixing it to the ground and everything, I have one price here of about $3,400 for one set of soccer goals.
Are they fixed to the ground or are they movable?
They are temporarily fixed to the ground
By weights.
by weights and by J stakes.
Okay.
And you can take the J stakes out and move the weights, and the goals could be moved from one field to another if you wanted to.
Okay.
Or moved so the playing area that's getting roughed up could be moved, you know.
I'm gonna throw this out there, just test the waters here, but if you guys read the minutes, from 2012, I'm sure you know that I was very instrumental in getting this grant from the county, and I actually had to help with, previous mayor in Ventnor, Tim Kreischer, and we were able to get the board of freeholders to give Estell Manor a grant for $327,000 with the soccer field. Chris Hazer and myself and a number of other people were on a soccer committee before we even took one tree down. And there was discussions back then, it's even in the minutes when Chris came on council then, that Wackel was gonna try to help to either raise money or something to maintain the fields. We never got to that.
But why don't put any money for the irrigation?
Let me finish, stop that. What I'm finishing is, for the maintenance of the fields, if there's a chance, or maybe if you wanted to do a fundraiser to get the goals, it's up to you. If you can do this, that would be great. And it may actually make the kids feel better that they were able to raise some money to make this happen for them.
They're also gonna put $20,000 to $30,000 in for the pavilion, so that they put in, or they will be putting in close to $50,000 in the field.
You are putting in something.
Absolutely.
We did the irrigation.
The pavilion is
We're
already
paying for the pavilion, so we're gonna-
And in all honesty, we don't have that many people that really do a lot within the organization itself as far as doing a fundraising effort. So I don't know how much fundraising we'd really be able to pull together, to be completely honest with you. We have a lot of support, not saying we don't have support, you know, our coaches, and we always are able to pull the leagues together for the different sports. But as far as even doing a cleaning communities run, it's been more and more difficult to do stuff like that. So I don't want to put too much pressure on companies.
I just wanted to throw that out there because initially that was a discussion that we had, and that's obviously that there was gonna be volunteering and fundraising and things of that nature to maintain the fields and such, but, you know.
In what ways do you need to
2018.
maintain
I have one question.
I'm trying to get it.
If you don't mind me asking, what ways do you need to maintain the fields?
Cutting the grass, buying fertilizers, chemical treatments that we do annually. I mean, if Wackel is interested to assist us with it, that would be nice. If not, I mean, I'm not gonna say, well, we're not gonna do anything further. I mean, we're committed to, for the long run with this. But if you wanted to get involved, I just wanted to throw that out. If you have a source that I can do some fundraising, community involved, they can feel good about community involvement, maybe a good thing to do. If not, I mean,
I have
your Wackels, I'll let you guys handle that one here.
I have a question. You recall how much money that Wackles contributed towards the irrigation system?
We weren't involved. I did hear the amount 30,000. I don't recall if maybe Diane.
I didn't know if you had.
Recall?
I thought it was 20.
20?
I thought it was 20.
I'm honestly not sure, because like I
And then
said,
the cost of the pavilion and everything that's going to be taking place now is somewhere.
That's about 23,000, 24,000.
You've got
Just for the
somewhere around
structure.
Just for the structure
$7,000 so
alone.
far.
So it's probably up to, I remember a value of a little over 20 for the irrigation, so that puts us around 45, plus or minus.
Now, with the soccer nets that they use at Weymouth, are they movable soccer nets, or are they just weighted down, or is it something that's anchored in the ground that the anchors have to be pulled out?
They are wheeled and anchored.
Wheeled and
Per
anchored.
the soccer affiliation that we use referees for, require them to be anchored so they don't flip.
Okay.
But taking the anchors off, which are just weigh bags, they have wheels on them.
Okay, but there's
There's
not
nothing,
like,
no, there's no concrete,
nothing jammed in the ground to hold them in place that you would have to pull it every time you want to move. It's just a matter of like a concrete or sandbag type things to keep
last year I
them in
used
place.
sandbags.
Okay, all right.
So you take care of the field.
This is public, I didn't open this to the public, I'm sorry. I'll let you do it, then everybody's gotta go.
I agree.
she is a trustee of Michael, and she's been around for a while, that's why I asked her, she doesn't remember.
Well, at any rate, I won't say no further with what I said. I just wanted to throw that gesture out there. If it was a worthy one, fine. If it's not, I mean, I know you guys do a lot. Anybody, questions? I think you got a green light to move forward.
Once that pavilion is up, it'll be a little,
We look forward to using
Yeah, it'll be
the
used.
Well, we look forward to seeing you use the field.
We hope that, Estelle can maybe take a look at some schedules that I do when we do soccer, because we're out there more than half the day on Saturday for soccer, and with the concession stand being open, and people just wanting to go out there and enjoy the day, there's refreshments out there to get, so it's a win-win for everybody.
Now, the use of this field, I just come up with another question. The use of this field, in addition to your games on the weekends, does this also include practices? So we're looking at several days a week
Yeah.
that the field would be in operation?
Not several, seven. So several.
Or out of
Yeah, I mean, we
seven?
have, mainly what I wanna do, and it works out, is it's gonna be like the 13U, the 12U, the 14s, the older kids over
Right.
here, which is why the bigger nets.
Right.
And we have the portable nets over in Weymouth that we put up and take down every
Okay.
day, every weekend.
Right.
So the bigger nets will be just up all the time, so that way they're not in the way of the small kids. Because if you've ever been out there on a Saturday,
Yeah, I know.
you got all age groups out there. We're in the outfield of the baseball field, we're
Right.
on the side of the township municipal building, just trying to cram everybody in. So this kind of spreads it out and makes it more feasible for everybody.
Do you have any idea the cost of the large nets that you're talking about? Can you get us some information
This is-
on that? Other than that one?
That's
well,
about,
this is a ballpark.
Ballpark?
This is delivered. This is delivered.
yeah, that's about ballpark of what
Yeah.
they normally would run.
And what happened right now is the state of New Jersey doesn't have a state contract for athletic equipment. And what I had to do is, when I called these companies, they said they would give me what the discount would be to make it a state contract. The only difference is I still need to get three prices then,
Right.
compared to just getting the one single state contract price. So this is just one. I've got two more I'm waiting for.
And it's not like the other nets where they degrade and, because you put,
Yeah, they're
these
a
are
little bit heavy
steel
duty.
structure, and if anything goes because of weather or whatever, we can always take down the nets during the winter to prolong the longevity of them.
Right.
They could last up to 20
These
years.
are the same kind of nets that they use at the turf farm.
Yeah.
For the soccer games up there in the soccer
Yeah,
tournament.
Yeah.
Same
It's like a
type of
turf,
thing.
off in Hamilton,
Yeah,
and
have
the same
them
nets.
And a set of nets cost about $325.
And the nets alone would last, even if you left them outside all year for the community to use, they would last years upon years, and because they're made of that tough nylon.
Okay. So we're gonna be moving forward, hopefully to highway street with no hiccups in between. So we look forward to starting out using those.
So the whole process, once we get the plans from them, that's mainly the reason why we came to you guys, because we don't want to spend the money to get the plans, if we're gonna be, you know. So we'll get the plans from them, and I think it's like a 4 to 6 weeks process of getting it signed, getting the deposit, getting the money, bringing it, building it, putting it up.
Who's gonna put up the notes?
Is the delivery, what is it? I mean, I can do that.
Yeah,
Is that something where you and another person or a couple
Yeah,
guys?
a couple guys could do it, yes.
Yeah. 2 or 3 people,
It's
so you
not
don't
rocket
have
science, but you gotta put this up or whatever.
it's pin and groove, 4
Yeah.
connections and that.
I put a couple sets up, yeah, myself,
Alright.
not
And
by
the
myself.
pavilion is being done by who?
It is done by. Lancaster County Backyard out of Kinzers, PA. So it's good quality wood.
Just out of curiosity, did you guys get a price from Barn Brothers out on White Horse Pike and Mulligan Township?
We haven't done that yet because we don't have any plans or we
Our
haven't.
plan was to, make sure they were a go, then purchase the plans, it's gonna cost $1,000 just to buy the plans, and then we could take those plans,
Then
and
they don't
get other
care.
quotes from different companies and see if we can get, a better deal.
But Barn Brothers, to the best of my knowledge, I rode by there probably about a month ago. And I noticed that they had 2 pavilions that were out there, I don't know if that would meet your needs, I didn't even stop. You get a
Oh,
price on
already?
it? Yeah, they got them on site.
Where is that?
Barn Brothers is on Route 30, via Goodate Harbor, and then you make a left at the light there where it turns into Philadelphia Avenue, then you go to Hamilton, go down about a mile and a half at the most, and you're on the right-hand side. There's 2 companies, one is a lot more expensive than the other, but Barn Brothers is the cheaper of the 2 for sure, by a far distance.
Now, Al, just so you know, because I know you were asking about the previous structure that was approved on this concrete pad.
Right.
Like Mike was saying, that previous structure was a little bit more heavy wood with metal roofing, so it was about 9,000 pounds. So what we did was on this one, we made it all wood with wood siding, wood roof. So even though we have the structure in the pavilion as opposed to just the pavilion, we took away the steel, added more wood, so it balanced the stuff out. So the previous was quoted on top of the slab
Yes,
for I think it was 1,500 pounds per post, and this structure is 9,000 pounds. So 6 posts, 1,500 give or take, was 9,000, so they're equally the same weight. So that they didn't gain
because
it.
I know when Kathy was talking about putting in a snack bar on it, I'm just saying, I hope the.
That was my
it's gonna
concern
hold.
too, because I didn't even think about that until, and I was wondering if you guys had records, and if they did it, I know you do, because I worked with them before through credit testing, and these guys are good.
I think that the last pavilion, the first one that we were quoting was just pavilion.
Mhm.
The slab, the concrete slab is 25 by 25, does anybody know that for sure?
Right now, it's, yes, 25 by
Yes.
25.
Okay, and so then the pavilion that we were quoting was 20 by 24, so I think it had to sit on top of the concrete pad regardless, so that was one of the questions that we were talking about, whether it was going to be outside or actually on the pad, but regardless of being on the pad, so.
Right, I'd like to move the meeting along, it seems like we've pretty much covered the nuts and bolts of what needs to be done. I think some of this other stuff here could be
Joe,
done.
just one last thing before we go on. With these soccer goals, we have to make sure that we have money within our budget that will take care of an about figure, about $3,400. I wouldn't say it's gonna be any more, but it could be a lot less, depending on other prices. So, if it's,
I'll talk to Judd to see if we have the certification of funds to be able
well,
to move forward.
I don't know what line item it would come out of.
We could take it for buildings and grounds, for the start.
Okay. But it's not buildings and grounds.
Buildings and playgrounds, how's that sound? Okay. All right, moving along here.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
We have ordinance number 01-2017, and that is an ordinance to establish a cap bank. Right now, I'm going to open the meeting to the public, and if there are any questions, it's just specifically only for the cap bank, nothing else but the cap bank adoption. Right now, make a motion to open the meeting to the public. Is there a second? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Meeting is now open to the public with regards to ordinance 01-2017. Shouldn't that be 2018?
Yes, sorry. Taking there.
Sorry, anybody from the public? Anybody from the public to discuss the cap bank ordinance only? Seeing none and hearing none, motion to close. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adopt. Is there a motion to adopt?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Fred, if you would, just give perhaps a 30-second definitions for the members of the audience, because I bet you most of them don't even know what a cap bank is, and I'd like them to at least understand what we're voting on.
In 30 seconds, municipality is permitted to increase its budget on an annual basis by 2%. This ordinance basically says that we can increase by up to 3.5%. It is not an expenditure, though. It just basically it reserves the right to spend more money at some point in the future above the cap, if in fact it becomes necessary. And I think the critical thing here, Mayor, is this is not an expenditure. It is sort of putting in a bank your ability to increase the budget if in a future year it becomes necessary. What is being done here is in effect for 2 years, more than 30 seconds. That is the point of it. It's not an expenditure, it just reserves your right to increase at some point in the future.
It's a cushion for
And now,
emergency
could
purposes.
I just ask a quick question? I know it's not public. Is that increase the budget for certain things only, or in any instance?
It's an emergency cushion you can rely upon to go outside of the present cap that we have of the 2% and our current budget in the event that we have, let's just say, an emergency situation. So let's hope that the sky doesn't start falling upon City Hall here.
Thank you for clarifying.
If there's no questions from council, I need a roll call, please.
Barbetta.
Yes.
Buchanan.
Yeah.
Givens.
Yes.
Hughes.
Yes.
Mayor Benegia.
Yes. Moving down to Resolution 36, 2018, a motion to introduce the 2018 budget. I do want to say that I did want to specifically have a workshop on this here, but Larry was, when we had our meeting with Judd and with the auditor, he felt that it was not necessary to do.
Well, it was not just me, it was myself, the CFO, and the auditor felt it was not something that we needed to do.
I've always been of the opinion it's a good idea, and now that we got a new young man on our city council.
I just wanted to make sure that you just saying it was my idea, it's not, it was a
I wanted to have
suggestion of all
a
three.
budget workshop, but it was decided not to do that, and we didn't have to advertise for a special workshop meeting, so here we are now. And we have this big thick document that talks about 1,300,000 and. Here. $1,363,281.52. Are there any questions relating? Your hiding, good, full chairs.
That chair right here.
We are going to introduce the budget tonight through resolution. We have a list of line items that we have gone over, Larry and I being on the finance committee. There is going to be no tax increase. We're going to leave it flat. We have a couple of cushions that are in there that are going to rebuild our surplus, in which the following year we can start to wean ourselves from this current, hopefully, and try to keep our costs under control. Judge, do you want to highlight anything? If I
I have one,
highlight enough?
I have one or two changes, and Mr. Barbetto, councilman, brought it to my attention. The cost for the mayor's election. Although we can absorb it in the line items that we have, it would make things pretty tight. And I don't want to wait until November to transfer money, so I mean, that's by law, I have to wait till then anyway. So, I had a conversation with our auditor prior to this meeting, and what I am recommending is that we are going to move $12,000, $12,000 even, from Public Works, salary and wages, and we are going to increase the clerk salary and wage from $44,000 to $46,000, $2,000 there. And we are going to increase the clerk operating expense from $15,000 to $25,000. So it does nothing to anything else in the budget, the numbers, the tax rate stays the same, we're just shifting some monies around to help cover the special election and to, I understand there may be some change in the salary for the clerk. So that's all we're doing, is just shifting from one to another.
Do we really in fact need to do that shift to those line items, because we do have someone who is no longer going to be working. I'd like to be able to keep that money in place, so that at the end of the year we can then transfer that over into surplus.
But we know that we're gonna have these anticipated expenses, Joe, so we've gotta, we really do have to do it. I've already paid $4,500 in printing costs with our county clerk bills won't be. And I know that we're gonna go up to close to the 46 or somewhere thereabouts, it's rounding off, so. We're still okay in Public Works SW.
Judd, could you go over those transfers again, please?
What page are you on, Judge?
Sheet 12.
Sheet 12.
12, clerk, S&W, make it 46,000.
Okay.
Hold on, please. Hold on.
Make it what, Judge?
46,
46.
and make the OE 25,000. And if you go to sheet 15, Public Works, salary and wages, 83,280.
Sheet 15, you said?
Yes.
Hold on.
No, it's not.
So with Public Works line item, where are we at now? Second from the bottom.
Yes, 83,280.
Salaries and wages.
Yes.
And Judd, where do we have our insurance for health insurance?
That would be an additional $12,000, maybe $13,000 more.
Look at sheet 14,
14, okay?
and your insurances are listed there.
Outstanding, huh?
Okay, thank you.
Judge, say that again. I'm on page 14. What are we doing here?
Not doing anything on 14.
So we just have 12 and 15 that we made our amendment for.
That's correct.
And our grand sum total is on page, so I got this number correct now. Got the exact page there for the grand